Hello, YouTube. My name is Dennis, and this is Average Gaming. Welcome back to the Monster Core Championship. Time for the Round 1 matches. Joining me today is Jacob, aka CopaKindred.
Hi, everybody.
Jacob is my DM on Tuesday nights and hosts his own professional games.
Yeah, I'm the owner-operator of Poison Absinthe Games. I've been running role-playing games for 30-some-odd years now. I'm a published author, and hopefully soon, a third-party publisher for my own Pathfinder 2 supplements.
Awesome. Jacob is a heck of a DM. I've been playing this game now for like 8 months or something. No, over a year now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, we're well over a year at this point.
Yeah, and it has been phenomenal. So I'm really excited to have him here, helping me out with this. First match, we have Animated Broom versus Viper. The winner of the preliminary round.
It does not look good for the snake.
No, it does not. Because the Animated Broom is a construct, it has construct armor, which means it has hardness, and a shit ton of resistances and immunities. Well, in this case, just a bunch of immunities, including to poison, which is kind of the Viper's whole deal.
Yeah, without poison and with that base level of hardness and the Viper's low strength, there's a very, very small chance it can come up on top.
Yep.
Also, since we're looking at a tiny-sized creature, you can't attack from starting positions, unlike most of the creatures we're going to see in these fights today.
Oh, yeah? Did I mess that up?
We're good to start, but like, it's an action tax. Anytime you're fighting a tiny creature is going to have to spend its first action to move into the space of the creature that it's attacking.
Oh. See, and this is why I wanted him to help me.
Right. We do have a lovely triggered reaction on the Viper, which he'll get to use unless things go spectacularly well right now. But let's make our first action to slither into the space with the broom. The broom, I don't believe, has a reaction, right?
No.
So, opening up with Primary Fangs. Turn off that silly blue box. Natural 1, that's what we like to see.
Great start for the Viper.
What are we doing here? There we go. Yeah, alright. Not great.
Yep. Unfortunately, 2 misses for the Viper. Hope this broom doesn't one-shot it. Well, actually can't unless it crits. Alright. Now, I can't remember. He can attack the tiny creature in his space, right?
Absolutely. There's no reason for the broom to move. And
Cool.
with an intelligence of negligible, it shouldn't.
This thing is actually probably brain dead. It's -5 intelligence.
It wishes it was brain dead, yeah.
Yep. So it's just going to use its bristle strike to try and smack the Viper around. And that is going to do it. 3 points. It's already almost half the Viper's health in the first attack.
Not stellar.
And then it needs to make this Fortitude save against the Animated Broom's Dust. Otherwise, it has to spend an action coughing.
Oh no.
So on its next turn, it has to spend at least 1 action coughing to clear the dust. However, it doesn't matter if it gets hit again because the dust does not stack. So second action, second attack.
Oh.
Another. Man, it's not looking good for the Viper. So 2 more points of damage, and then the third attack is probably going to miss at a -2 penalty. My God.
Natural 20.
Or it could crit and kill the Viper.
So much for dust.
Yep, and that is why these rounds are going to be 2 out of 3, because these level -1 creatures are so weak that 1 bad roll and the whole thing is screwed. So we're going to reset and be right back for match number 2 of the Viper. We're back. Time for match number 2. Viper is up.
So once again, the first action is going to be to move into the square with the Animated Broom and then an attack. That is not going to hit, and with a second attack, that is a natural 2.
Yep. really just is not the Viper's luck. You know, the Viper really got a bad matchup getting stuck with the animated broom. So let's go ahead and get to the animated broom's turn so he can once again probably kill the Viper. Alright, so bristles. Ah, he misses. Second attack. There's a hit. Very minimal damage, though, so the Viper might actually see a round 2. And a miss. Oh, I forgot the dust.
Dust.
Here's the Fortitude save. And that is a failure, so...
still failed.
Yep, so the Viper has suspended action, coughing. You have a coughing snake, guys.
So with the first action spent coughing, the Viper can take its second attack up against the broom here. And miss. That's not great. So I think ideally the snake would try to run away, but you know, snakes really want to drop that poison. So
hey,
let's see what we can do for damage for a change. We don't need to show this dialogue box. You can just go ahead and run that.
Hey, max damage.
There's that max damage.
Alright, so the broom's going to go ahead and take 3 points of damage because he has hardness 2.
You'll note that once the creature is reduced below half hit points, its construct armor is broken, lowering its hardness to 0 and probably reducing its AC.
Yes, it is. So its AC is now
that's
dropped.
it for our snake.
Yep. Alright, so we're back to the broom, who once again gets to go ahead and make 3 attacks against this snake. And that's a big hit. I got max damage on the first. Second attack. Oops, I think we both hit it.
We did.
Alright, well that one hits. And another 4 points of damage finishes off the Viper. That's it. That is the Viper's time in the Monster Core Championship. Unfortunately for it, it had a pretty bad matchup. Otherwise, it probably would have went a bit further.
Against most other monsters, biological monsters that have blood, the Viper is actually going to do a great deal of damage. That one bite could have dropped a lot of CR -1 creatures out of the fight.
Yep, that's how it took down the Tooth Fairy. Okay, we'll be back in a second for the second match, which, hold on, I've already forgotten what that is. I should really have the bracket up. It'll be the Guard Dog versus Goblin Warrior. Back in a sec, guys. Alright, guys, time for match number 2. Guard Dog versus Goblin Warrior. The Goblin Warrior is up first in the initiative.
So the thing about a Goblin Warrior, when you're playing these things at the table, GM should try to remember that the Goblin Warrior is overtuned when it comes to its attack bonus. A +7 to hit on a -1 creature is stupid high. But goblins tend to spend a lot of their time during a fight dancing around, laughing at their friends, not being effective in any possible way. So while we're going to start off with a high initiative bonus and what is probably going to be 2 hits, most goblins would not directly start off their fight by demolishing people during combat.
It's unfortunate that was the minimum damage.
It is. And if you run your multiple 2 like that, that's the kind of thing that happens. That'll be a miss on the second attack, and a small chance to hit on the third.
Missed by 1.
Not
Alright,
quite.
Guard Dog's still got a chance for this. Now, Guard Dog is most effective when it's with a pack, obviously because they get the pack attack ability, but he's all by himself, so he's not getting that. Still pretty decent with a +6 to hit, though. Let's go ahead and target that Goblin Warrior. Jaw Strike. Nope, not gonna do it. Nope. That's it. Alright, Guard Dog did not do good in this one, so moving on. Oops. Goblin Warrior's second turn.
These fights really do sort of come down to anybody's game when it's creatures that don't have special abilities or things that are turned off because of the way the fight is going. So... opening with a 2 is not great.
Nope.
Oh, and it's gonna be miss. Oh, or not. Miss hit.
3 points of damage. The guard dog's in rough shape, but he's still got a little bit more fight in him.
And it only takes 1 bite to kill a goblin.
Does Goblin's health? No. It takes 1 crit bite. It's D4 plus 1.
Oh, they're D4. Oh, all right.
Yep. If this had been a pack, then it'd be an extra D4, and definitely would have been 1 bite.
Oh,
right.
I'm thinking this is a German Shepherd. This is a Terrier.
Yep. All right, first attack. Bad luck on these rolls. There we go. There's a bit of damage. 3 points of damage on that attack. So the goblin is down to half health, but still going. Last attack, very unlikely to hit. Nope. All right.
Wow. Anybody's game. Both these guys are bloodied. They're both within 1 hit of dying.
Just means that somebody has to hit.
Keep throwing trash on that first roll of the rounds.
There it is. And then a crit miss on the third.
Maximum effort.
Yep. All right, guard dogs back up. Let's see what we got. Come on. 2 points is not going to be enough to kill the goblin warrior, but that is good damage. And nope. Let's see. Does he pull off the upset with the last one? No, he does not.
Oh no.
He actually rolled a straight 0 on that.
You are almost always better off doing something else with your third action than making an attack. But at this lower level, creatures just don't have a lot of options available to them, and there's the 6.
Yep, there it is. The guard dog is done. So we'll be back with match 2 for these guys here in a second.
Opening up again. All right. Let's not make things interesting. Let's just be fast. Lots of dog slicer action here since I am equipped with a dog slicer. Oh, I forgot to target you.
Yep.
That's a hit.
That is 2 points. Not bad. Take the damage.
That'll be miss.
Yep.
And that's a miss.
All right. Alright, so something I probably should have done in the last one that I realized I was messing up on. The dog actually has a pretty decent athletics, so it's actually going to start by trying to grapple.
You monster.
And I'm pretty sure a 19 is going to beat this guy's fort save, so that is a grapple.
That is successful, yeah.
I really should have had all my status effects assigned to something better. Grabbed. Being grabbed means he's flat-footed, so -2 penalty to his AC. Yep. Still miss. And third
only
attack.
one problem with that. I am no longer grappled.
Right, because he has to grapple with his jaws.
Correct.
Alright, that's the dog's turn.
Dogs are quite capable of tripping people, and you really should have given a shot at that. That makes goblins a lot easier to hit.
Yeah, tripping would have been smarter. Do that next round.
So, let's goblin this guy. Dog slicer. Nope. Oh.
There we go. He's
Nickel
just not
and
rolling good on
dime.
damage.
No, let's just try to finish him off. A lucky hit here can finish the fight quickly. No.
Alright. Dog's back up, and this time he's going to go for the trip, so athletics. And in that one means that he's tripped. Oh, of course the... Stupid thing. I have the condition manager up because I figured that'd be easier, but of course it doesn't work when it's popped out. Alright, so the dog's prone. He has to spend his second action to stand up, and if the goblin has attack of opportunity, I don't think it does.
He does not. No.
So he stands up.
Despite being a
now,
goblin warrior, that's not the reaction they gave him.
and then third action is his second attack. A miss.
One good hit here could end the match.
There it is. Critical hit. That's it. The guard dog is done. He put up a decent fight, but at the end, the Goblin Warrior would not be denied, using his mighty dog slicer to slice up that dog. All right, so we're moving on to the next match, which is Flash Beetle versus Mitflit. Back in a sec, guys. All right, we are back with match number 3 of the first round. Flash Beetle versus Mitflit, and the Flash Beetle is up first. He technically does have this luminescent aura thing, but it does nothing but cause a distraction on the screen, so I shut it off. He's going to make a nice Mandibles attack, plus 8 on this Mandible attack, which is also really insane for a level -1 creature. And a nice hit right off the bat. Wait, is this supposed to be a ranged attack? No. Sorry, I always get confused because they put the piercing symbol as a bow.
Right.
All right, second attack.
Another thing to note, an 8 to hit with a positive damage modifier is actually a big deal.
Yep. As we're seeing here, he's already landed 2 hits in the first round. And last, there we go.
Okay, first of all, how dare you attack my Mitflit? This activates his vengeful anger. As long as it's not frightened, a Mitflit gains a +2 status bonus to damage rolls against a creature that has previously damaged or tormented it.
Yep.
That makes it from a -1 to a +1 damage bonus.
Alright. There's some positive damage. Second hit.
And that's probably all she wrote.
Yep, that's all she wrote for the Flash Beetle. Back in a sec for match number 2, and let's see if Lady Luck turns her favor towards the Flash Beetle. Alright, attempt number 2 for the Flash Beetle. Let's see what we got. Mandible Strike. Missed this time. Second strike. Minimum damage. And third strike. Hit on the third strike. That's his turn.
So one of the things working in Mitflit's favor here is that Mitflits are built on the Pathfinder 2 design philosophy of having a weakness, but also having a big fat pile of hit points. So like a zombie, they have giant hit points at 10 for a -1 creature, and yet the 2-point cold iron weakness means that if you hit them with cold iron, they're taking appreciably more damage with every strike. Sadly, beetles do not have access to this.
Ooh. Nice big hit. Nearly kills the... Actually, no. Kills the beetle in one shot. That is it for the Flash Beetle. Didn't stand a chance. Alright, next up we have match number 4, Skeleton Guard versus Eagle. Alright, we're back. Skeleton Guard versus Eagle. The Eagle has very little chance of succeeding.
Almost none. With innate damage resistance against both piercing and slashing, which is the only kind of damage the Eagle does, it stands almost no chance of dealing damage at all. It's going to be critical hit or nothing.
Yep.
Not only that, but starting next to each other like this has negated the Eagle's primary defensive ability.
Yeah. Alright, so it's going to go ahead and make a Scimitar Strike. Ooh. Big old fat 1 for 3 points of damage. Instantly bloodying the Eagle. It's not looking good. Second attack. Miss. And third attack. Probably miss. Yep. Alright, Eagle's turn.
Okay. So the Eagle definitely needs to open up with a beak strike in the hope that it will deal any damage whatsoever. Oh, a hit! No damage.
No damage.
A second beak strike. Still no damage. And then the Eagle, with its 60-foot fly speed, will take off. That's 10, 20, 30 feet of movement to move 3 squares. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement to get further away.
Yep. Alright, so the skeleton spends one action to use swap to put away its scimitar and pull out its short bow, which has a 60-foot range increment. And I did not turn on the range thing, so I can't actually tell how far away it is, but I think even with the height, it's still not 60 feet.
It is 42 feet away.
Yep. Alright, so that means short bow strike. Miss. And then second attack. Hits and does big damage, finishing off the eagle. It's unfortunate for the eagle, but let's see if it does better in match number 2. Skeleton Guard once again going to lead the way with his scimitar. See if he can take this thing down before it has a chance to fly away. Forgot to target. 19, I'm pretty sure hits. 7 points, instantly killing the eagle this time around. So that does it for the eagle. Unfortunate for it. It got a pretty bad matchup as well. So next up will be Crawling Hand versus Sprigjack, which is a creature I had no idea existed before this. Back in a sec, guys. All right, we're back for the next match in the roundup. Sprigjack versus Crawling Hand.
So, starting off with the Sprigjack with superior speed and mobility, it's going to open up with a Splinter Strike, which is a ranged strike it can make without being in the same square. It opens up with a solid, almost critical hit.
Yep.
And a second Splinter. Second hit.
Ooh.
Doesn't quite end it in one go. Now, the Sprigjack has a special ability that's not going to come into play here. It's not able to bramble jump, but it is able to run 25 feet.
Yep, and the Crawling Hand does not have an attack of opportunity, so it's going to have to give chase. Surprisingly quick for a hand that just runs around on the ground. It actually has a movement speed of 30.
Nice.
So it is going to give chase. So
Needs
one
to
action.
be inside the same square, remember?
Right. Which is exactly 30 feet. Let me just, let's say I'll move it to the corner. All right, so it's going to go ahead and make a claw strike, basically rearing up and slashing. Which is going to go ahead and hit, and he does have the grab trait, but again, his mode of grabbing is himself, so he can't attack and grab. So he's just going to go ahead and make a second attack. And a miss. That's his turn.
Okay. The Sprigjack, now that it's up close, has an even more powerful melee strike, so he's going to use his claw.
For a net 20.
That's it. It's over.
Yep. There goes the Crawling Hand. All right. Back in a sec with match number 2. Match number 2. Sprigjack is up first.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to open up with a starting Splinter. Ooh. A second Splinter. Which is missed this time. And as it turns out, running may have been a poor decision. Let's try a wild Hail Mary Splinter. Oh.
Alright. Well, I already bloodied the Crawling Hand. He's got to spend his first action to move into the same square. And then he's going to go ahead and make a claw strike. Big hit. And second strike. Another hit, but not enough to finish it off. Sprigjack's turn.
Sprigjack gets to bring those claws to bear. It's over.
Yep, that's it. Crawling Hands aren't good against Sprigjacks, apparently.
Sprigjack actually has a half-decent chance of winning this.
Sprigjack is pretty powerful. Sprigjack takes
Yeah,
the
well,
victory.
As one of those creatures that's built along the same lines of it has weaknesses, so it has higher hit points. and a lot of these creatures not having access to those weaknesses, that gives it a decent chance with a large hit point pool and good attacks.
Yep. And its opponent will be decided by the next matchup, Kobold Warrior versus Giant Centipede. Back in a sec after we set that up. Alright, we are back with the next matchup, Kobold Warrior versus Giant Centipede.
This is sort of an all-or-nothing fight. I fear if the Giant Centipede gets its mandibles into that kobold, not much is going to stop it from chowing down. Oh boy.
Yep. Alright.
And a Fortitude save to go along with the damage there.
Yep. It's a failure.
Oh.
Thankfully, only a single point of poison damage.
Interesting note, the Giant Centipedes have had their poison nerfed in the new revision. They used to have D6 primary poison and D8 at stage 2, and instead it's D4 all the way down with better conditions.
Mm.
Oh, that one isn't going to do it.
Alright. Thankfully, only getting affected by the poison once. Kobold Warrior is up now with his spear. It's unfortunate because they gave him sneak attack, but he's not trained in deception, so he can't make a decent feint. Really has to rely on stealth, which isn't going to happen in these matchups. So let's go ahead and see how he does with that spear anyways. He's only got a +3 to hit. That's not going to do it.
Scamper?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to scamper. So it uses its scamper ability, which is going to increase its movement speed to 30. So it's going to go up here. Alright, that's its turn.
The Giant Centipede, unfortunately, is just as fast as a scampering kobold, so that is not going to get away.
Yep. That is a hit. Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. At the end of the kobold's round, he needed to save against that centipede poison.
Right, he did. Let me go ahead. I got that save right here. He
He
succeeded.
made it, which reduces him back down to no centipede poison, but now he needs to save against it one more time.
Yep. Oh, poison's so fun. Success.
I'm shocked. That's it.
All right. Brings us back to the Kobold Warrior. Once again, he's going to try and...
There we go.
Yeah, I've not really been moving the initiative. It's just two of them.
It's true.
Yes, it's going to bring us the Kobold Warrior. Once again, he's going to try and lash out with that spear. That's really all he's got, unless I wanted to scamper first and then throw the spear.
Terrible idea.
He is better at throwing the spear than he is normally, but it's not enough to kill. And he does have a sling as well. He's just better ranged, actually, which is really weird. But, spear strike. You know, if he can't roll above a 10, he's never going to hit the centipede. Oops, I accidentally clicked the... Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright, no point in wasting a third action with the scamper, so he's just going to try and Hail Mary for a third attack. First time he rolls above 10, and it's on the third attack. It's Giant Centipede.
Delicious.
Yes, it is very delicious. That's going to kill the Kobold Warrior. Unfortunate for him, but we'll be back in a sec with match number 2. Match number 2.
Okay, with the centipede winning initiative, he opens up with that deadly toxic bite. Oh, just missed him.
Doesn't miss that one.
That didn't just miss him.
Alright, and
A bit of
42
damage.
seconds of poison. Whoops. I accidentally opened the character sheet. Fail. Oh no, succeeds. He's got a surprisingly high save. Wait, why did that say +7? Oh, wait, hold on. What's the DC? The DC is 14? And he rolled an 11. So that does succeed, but I accidentally had the giant centipede making the roll.
Oh.
He does have a +7, but he has a +7 in reflex saves.
Okay, critical miss on the third strike. Missed by 18. That is the end of the centipede's turn.
The Kobold Warrior is going to have to try and get creative with this round, so he is actually going to scamper first this time, but only 20 feet.
Right.
And then he's going to throw his spear because he's better to hit with that. And he does. He manages to land a hit, and then he has to spend his last action pulling out his sling.
All right. So, closing rapidly, the mindless centipede tries to chow down.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
And that spells death for the Kobold Warrior. Unfortunate for him. Once again, it's just not going really well for some of these guys. Giant Centipede wins. So next up, we have Giant Rat versus Halfling Street Watcher. We'll be back with that in just a sec, guys. Back with the next match, Giant Rat versus Halfling Street Watcher. And the Halfling Street Watcher beat the initiative.
So, we have an interesting case here where the Halfling Street Watcher has a better melee attack roll, but he could end the fight with a single ranged attack right out the gate. So I think he's going to open up with a two-handed wield on his Halfling Sling Staff, which allows him to make a single ranged attack, which would trigger reactive strikes, but I don't think rats have them.
Nope. Ooh.
And it's over.
Yep.
Oh!
Wow.
All right. That was insane. So he will drop the Halfling Sling Staff to the ground, and he will rely on drawing and swinging a second time with his frying pan.
Hits. 2. He does not do excellent damage, but that's 2 good hits. The giant rat has just its jaws strike. He does have a disease, but the disease takes an entire day for an onset, so no point even bothering with that. So jaw strike, got a target. Boop. Oh, so close to a nat 20. Second attack. And third attack. Big old pile of nothing for the giant rat.
Good to know that an armed and armored halfling can defend his community against a single giant rat.
Ooh. And with the fatal, that definitely kills the rat. Alright, back in a sec for match number 2. Match number 2.
So it bears noting that the frying pan has the fatal condition. So while a frying pan normally does D4 bludgeoning damage, -1 for the halfling's low strength, fatal turns the die into a D8 and adds an additional D8 on top of it.
Yeah, it's lethal.
Well, let's fish for crits and see if we can end this right out the gate.
Oh, so close.
Missed that critical hit by 1 point. Speaking of which, he probably would have done quite well. No, that takes an attack. If they had Intimidate, he would have done really well to start off by demoralizing, but they don't have access to it.
Nope.
A lot of misses.
Oh, a lot of misses. All right, giant rat's turn. Bite. Rattata used Bite, and it was effective.
Oh, it's over.
Well, let's see if he can make that second one. And he does. That's it for the Halfling Street Watcher, which means we're on for match number 3 for the first time all night, which means a reroll on initiative, and let's see how that shakes things up. We're back for match number 3, and nothing's really changed. The Halfling Street Watcher's still going first.
So, I think we may have discovered that relying on that frying pan is not necessarily the best idea. So let's start by targeting the rat and using that halfling sling staff to fire off a rock.
Oh, still a hit. Low damage rolls all night.
Yeah, I know, right? And then reloading and a second throw.
Missed by 1. All right. Giant Rat's turn. Let's see if they can pull off the upset victory, showing that the halflings are not safe from rats.
Oh, no.
5 points right out the gate. Second attack. 2.
Oh, no.
Nope, 3 with the +1. The halflings are not safe from giant rats. They're going to need to up their people in order to keep themselves safe. All right, time for the last match of round number 1. Zombie Shambler versus the Compy. I don't know how to pronounce the full name. It's the little dinosaur. We'll be back in a sec. All right, time for the final match of round 1. Zombie Shambler against the Compsognathus.
Compsognathus, you got it right.
All right, and the Compsognathus is going up first.
So you might remember the compies from such famous IPs as Jurassic Park, where they are essentially land piranhas, little chicken-sized dinosaurs that really want to murder things.
Yep.
So he's going to race into the square with this zombie here, and he's going to target him, and then he's going to snap down on him. And apparently, compies are venomous, which is good to know, but it's not going to do much against a zombie.
No, it's not. That piercing's not bad. D6 flat.
D6 flat. Not only that, but the compy, as a skirmish hunter, likes to run away.
Which is going to be very effective against the Zombie Shambler because, as you might remember from the prelims, he's permanently slowed 1, so he only gets 2 actions per round. And he has to spend one of those actions to get over to the compy with his 25 speed. He actually cannot.
He reaches him from there, actually.
Oh, that's right,
Note
yeah.
that he's only 1 square away. If the compy didn't have to be in the same square as the zombie, he would be able to skirmish indefinitely.
Yes, he would. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make that fist attack.
Oh, no.
Which hits on a 9. 8 points is going to immediately kill the compy, so we'll be back in a sec for match number 2. I don't like the compy's chances. All right, we're back for match number 2, Zombie Shambler versus Complosaurus. Said that wrong that time.
Compsognathus, yes.
Compsognathus. Compy. Just going to keep it simple.
So let's see if we can land that strike again.
Ooh.
Oh, we cannot this time.
It's going to skirmish away. Zombie Shambler is going to end up next to it. And go for that punch again.
Oh.
This time it was a crit. So that definitively puts it. Zombies beat dinosaurs. At least little baby dinosaurs. That does it for round 1. And I think that's going to do it for this video because we're already at about 41 minutes. Be about 30 minutes once I edit it down. So thank you so much, Jacob, for joining me for round number 1 of the Monster Core Championship.
My pleasure, Dennis. You have a great day.
Yep, his information, well, his name at least, will be down in the Discord, in the description. So you can check him out on Discord and hopefully get into one of his games.
Absolutely. I have open spaces all the time, and you can find me on the group finder on Roll20.
Yep. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, game on.